All right, trying to figure out what I want to do here. So apparently, I don't have enough subscribers in order to do this off my phone. So I'm using my iPad to do this. And so I'm, I'm making an announcement that I will start sharing my spiritual gifts, which I've been very shy about and even a little embarrassed about. And but I'm ready. I'm ready. And again, being very bold. And I want to say shout out to Nipsey for inspiring this, helping me just kind of get out of this rut of just shyness and embarrassment about spiritual gifts. So being an empath, being a medium, um, and just being a healer, and being able to just do some things in the spirit. I'm able to talk to really just about anybody that has passed away or even that is alive, that is awake and are used to going into certain spiritual realms to communicate with each other or with others. And so people that know who you are and know what you do and know when you visit other people in the spirit and able to connect with the higher power and speak to others that are connected with the higher power, you know who you are, you know what you do. But I guess the most interesting thing is to be able to talk to people that has passed on. Most people want to contact their loved ones, or some people want to talk to celebrities. My girl, she wanted to talk to Tupac, so I reached out to him for her. Um, um, I constantly talk to Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, anyone that has passed away. Some of my closest people that I do talk to are Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson almost every day. Um, I spoke to Nipsey Hussle when he passed, and I speak to him on a regular basis since he's been gone. And my mother and some ancestors and whomever. So I've been doing for quite some time. My family and a couple of friends have known about it, and I'm just ready to share now. Um, I have been kind of practicing, if that makes sense, with some friends of mine to kind of hone my craft or hone my skill set, or just to make sure that I'm not just like ooh in the head. So I've been asking them to, um, if there's anybody particular they want me to reach out to and hear from. I've been asking them to let me know and contact, tune into that person so that I can contact them. Different people, different mediums have different ways of doing things. Me, I don't know. You can almost just tell me who you want to contact, and I may ask you a few questions about them. But typically, I'm able to just tune into them. Sometimes I speak in tongues or speak in the holy language, and I can get there. Sometimes when you're talking about that person, the more you talk about the person, the more they come to me and tell me things and they jump in the conversation. So you may be telling a story about when you met that person or what you were doing with that person, and then that person will come to me and start telling me things about the story that you're telling me, and I'll add on to the story from their perspective because they're talking to me or either showing me pictures or showing me flashes or giving me emotions that I'm interpreting through words. So it just happens authentically, but it happens all kinds of ways. There's no certain thing that I do. I don't believe I go into a trance, but I was told that it's not so much that they come to me, but it's that I go to them. So apparently I'm walking into their dimension or walking into the next dimension or the fourth dimension or over to the other side, however you want to put it. Um, I don't feel like I'm new to this. I'm just more new to accepting this and something that I've taken for granted, and something that I thought was just my imagination, and turns out it's more than that. But imagination is everything because we are made in His image. So, um, what else? And it makes sense that if you're talking, so if we're sitting together and you're talking about someone that has passed away that you want to reach out to, and you're having a conversation with me. God did say when two or more are gathered in my name, I am amongst them. So if we subscribe to the fact that God is a part of us and we're a part of God and and God is inside of us, and when we pass away, we are with God, then it would make sense that if we are having a conversation about your loved one, then why wouldn't that loved one be amongst you if two or more are gathered in their name? So that's the understanding that I have. Wanted to share it with you guys. Kind of wanted to make this announcement. I'm excited about the journey, and I kind of don't even know how I'm going to start. I don't know if you guys want to chime in or ask me questions or talk to me about your loved ones or ask me about your loved one or come on live with me or come online with me, and I can see if I can tune in that way. I can also start out by sharing my experiences, especially the experience with Nipsey Hussle, if you want to hear about that, if you want to hear about what Tupac has to say, if you want to hear, what Michael Jackson has to say, if you want to hear what Whitney has to say, if you want to hear what my mother has to say, my parents, my my husband's parents and family, and my friends, whatever you want to hear, however you want to start it, we can start. So, I've been doing the Chrysalis tarot cards, and I really got them for my own personal use to kind of read my energy out loud, just so I can have something tangible. Because as humans, we want to be able to see, smell, or touch in order to claim that it's real. But it's really real when it starts in your mind, and your imagination is what's real first. You have to see it before you create it. You have to see it before it's manifested. So I really got the Chrysalis cards to read my energy, but I wind up reading the Chrysalis tarot cards to read my energy, and I wind up doing some readings for some friends, and they seem to enjoy it and love it, and so we can even do some of the tarot, but that's not how I speak to the energy. That's not how I speak to the spirit. I speak to the spirit just through me. So I don't know how we're going to start, but however we want to start, we can do that. So I'm hearing, take your time, baby girl. You got this. Don't worry about it. Michael's always so funny. Michael Jackson, he's always going, uh, but he's saying he loves you all, and continue to heal the world, because that has and always will be his message. Same thing with Nipsey. Same thing with Tupac. They are all saying heal the world, and let's start this journey together. And they're together. They're holding the hands. They're together. They're as one. They're in union. They're showing me them holding hands. So we could start there if you guys want to dig more into that conversation. But again, just want to make this announcement. Get at me.